Oh my gosh, guys, welcome back. I know I've been gone for a while. I was really sick the last couple weeks, so I decided I was going to continue on in the anime series. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome to Anthro Anime. My name is Roshi. Thank you for tuning in, and welcome, of course. For people who are familiar with my channel, welcome back. It feels so good to be back. I'm feeling so much better. Oh my gosh. But yeah, so we're going to pick back up in the anime series. I took some notes here about the next director in the series. It's going to be Mamoru Hosoda. So, Mamoru Hosoda is a Japanese film director and animator. One of his films actually was nominated for an Academy Award at the 91st Annual Academy Awards for an animated feature film. He was in that category. He didn't win, but it was a huge honor to be nominated, of course. He was actually inspired by the first director in the series, which was Hayao Miyazaki. He actually saw his film, The Castle of Cagliostro, which is one of the Lupin the Third films. He actually saw that, and then that kind of inspired Hosoda to want to be an anime director. He started off working for Toei Animation. Toei Animation, they have a lot of anime and movies that they put out, like the Digimon series, which is actually two of the films in the Digimon series. Mr. Mamoru Hosoda actually directed those, so that's kind of how he initially got started and got out into the industry. Another fact is that initially Mr. Hosoda was supposed to direct Howl's Moving Castle, but they had some creative differences, so that's how Miyazaki ended up being the one that directed Howl's Moving Castle, which I thought was pretty interesting and kind of cool that they were kind of going around in the same circles as far as anime movies go. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about the two films of his that I really enjoy and that I hope you guys get a chance to check out. So the first one is going to be Wolf Children. That came out in 2012. I will say that that film was a little bit harder to get a hold of now. I don't know if it has to do with like distribution rights or who owns the rights to the movie, but it was kind of difficult to find. I ended up going on to an app called Fandango now. I don't know if you guys have heard of Fandango, but usually you can get movie tickets and stuff, but now they also offer it where you can stream movies that are kind of in between being in the theater or some stuff that's just hard to find. So I signed up for that and was able to get Wolf Children through that app. But that movie came out in 2012. The premise of the movie is there's a young woman, and she falls in love with a young guy while she's in college, and she ends up finding out that this young guy is actually kind of like a werewolf, so he has the ability to turn into a wolf. He's like the last of his kind. They fall in love. She ends up getting pregnant twice, so she ends up having a daughter named Ame first, and then a little boy named Yuki. And something happens without having to give away too much, and she ends up having to raise both of these half human, half wolf kids on her own. And it's all about her struggles of trying to figure out how to do that in society. And you'll notice with a lot of the themes in Mr. Hosoda's films have to do with parenting, growing up in kind of odd conditions, or kind of be like a fish out of water. And this movie really touches on that. It also touches on sometimes how parents, when they have, multiple kids, each child is different. Each child has different needs and personalities. And it's all about Hana, who's the mother, kind of struggling to figure out what that is for both of her children and being supportive. And the movie kind of ends on a bittersweet note. So I really enjoyed Wolf Children. I would definitely highly recommend it. It's not a very long film, but it is really good and interesting, and I liked it a lot. The second film I want to talk about is The Boy and the Beast. And I really, really enjoyed this one. This one came out in 2015. Mr. Hosoda actually wrote and directed this one. Wolf Children, he co-wrote it and directed it, but The Boy and the Wolf, he fully wrote it and directed it as well. The premise of this film is kind of like the fish out of water. So there's supposed to be two worlds. There's the human world and there's the beast world. And they are separated kind of by like a, almost like a labyrinth or a maze. And the main character is a boy. His name is Ren when he's in the human world, but when he's in the beast world, he gets his name changed to Kyuta. And the main beast in the film is Kamatetsu. And it's all about the journey of Kamatetsu, and Ren is his apprentice, and kind of how they both grow from their interactions together. Ren is an orphan in the human world. Kamatetsu is kind of a big joke in the beast world, and it's kind of how they come together and kind of make their own surrogate family, and kind of those growing pains of learning each other and developing their relationship. So once again, touching on parenting, negative emotions and how those impact us as human beings, and kind of the consequences of not dealing with those emotions. Parents not always being truthful with their kids in an effort to keep them from being hurt. Sometimes they might tell them lies or things that aren't true. So once again, it's kind of tackling like parenting concepts. But I really liked it, and there were some elements of martial arts in it as well, which I love. Martial arts films and things having to do with that type of stuff. So I would highly recommend The Boy and the Beast. That film was a little bit easier to find. You should be able to find it on either like Amazon, if you have an Apple product, Apple TV, any of those different apps you should be able to find The Boy and the Beast. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. Look forward to seeing you guys next time, and we'll be moving on to the third director in our series, and also hopefully I'll be able to give you guys a room tour, because I've done a lot. You guys can probably tell behind me that some things have changed. So I will definitely give you guys a room tour in the next couple of weeks. I'm also expecting Neighbor in the next couple of weeks, so I should be able to do another unboxing for you guys. Alright, thank you guys so much for joining me this week, and I look forward to seeing you guys next time. Bye!